Hi friends, welcome back. I'm Elaine and I'm living with autoimmune disease. And I had a rheumatology appointment last week. And my rheumatologist comes in and he always asks, how you doing? I'm sure it's a little more professional than that. But my answer to him was, I'm in pain, I have headaches, and I'm full of anxiety. I was hesitant to film this video because it's an emotionally charged topic. And well, I was kind of scared about what might happen in the comment section. But I reminded myself I share my experiences here on YouTube because it might help one person. So here it goes. And before I start my story or my experiences, I want to remind you that I am just a patient. I am not a doctor. I have no medical training whatsoever, so this is just my experience. You should always talk to your doctor about your experiences or anything to do with this medication. In order to share my story with you, we have to backtrack a little bit. 10 years ago, I hit a very rough part of my journey. I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis and lupus at the time, something that the medical world calls lupus. My blood pressure was high, my medication wasn't working, and I was struggling a lot. I had to take my first leave of absence from work. And that's when my prednisone journey began. It wasn't the first time I had been offered prednisone. I had been offered prednisone from my first rheumatologist. If you didn't know, the rheumatologist I'm with now was a second opinion appointment, and I ended up staying with him for care. If you're interested in that, I'll link a video down below about my second opinion. When I was offered prednisone the first time, I was only sick for probably 6 months. And really, all measures weren't exhausted at that point. And I heard a lot of bad things about prednisone, so I was scared to take it, and I didn't take it. If y'all didn't know, we adopted a cat. This is Wednesday. But when I was offered it again 10 years ago, I had been through mostly every drug on the market for rheumatoid arthritis. As I said, I had to take a step back from my career. I was in a bad situation. And I took the prednisone and felt immediately better. Night and day difference. And the side effects that people talked about, lack of sleep, weight gain, moodiness, I didn't feel any of that. I actually was losing weight. I was sleeping through the night because I didn't have pain. And well, I didn't have moodiness, so does that mean I'm always kind of moody? My family, please don't answer that in the comments. I felt good and it gave me immediate relief. And honestly, it is what my body needed at that moment. It really was. So we used it for a bridge therapy while I changed medication, and I got a portion of my life back. Mobility, use of my hands. My kidneys started to do better. And eventually I went back to work. It provided me everything I wished I could have in a biologic, in a DMARD. And I used it as a Band-Aid for the last 10 years. When I was diagnosed with scleroderma in 2016, there was a bit of hesitancy because in scleroderma, there is a probability of renal crisis. If you don't understand what that is, it's a kidney problem. And in scleroderma, that can be a very severe thing. In years past, it was fatal. And something that can bring on renal crisis is steroids. Now, of course, we were using prednisone before we knew that I was diagnosed with scleroderma, and is often used in rheumatoid arthritis and lupus. Doctor advised we needed to get down the prednisone to the lowest milligram that we could get it. I have never been able to go below 5 milligrams a day. As soon as I hit that, I start to feel awful. And by feeling awful, I mean, I can't really walk well. My back has issues, my hips have issues, my knees have issues. And not only does my mobility suffer, but the fatigue starts to set in and just life gets a little bit heavier and harder. The side effects that people talk about with prednisone. I have been on it for 10 years daily. I have never gone over 10 milligrams a day. Most recently, I was on 7 milligrams a day. I have not had any bone density scans that have come back abnormal. I know osteoporosis is a concern. I have not had any diabetes that has popped up. The one issue I am having recently is weight gain. Like I said, I lost weight at the beginning. The past several years, I have gained a lot of weight. Talking to my rheumatologist, it's probably medication driven. I made it my goal in 2024 to try to come off prednisone. Am I terrified? Absolutely. It's been my band-aid for 10 years. Do I think I have a good support system around me to accomplish this? I do. With coming off of prednisone that I've been on for 10 years, I am going through withdrawals. I had been diagnosed with secondary adrenal insufficiency in the past. Secondary adrenal insufficiency comes because someone is on prednisone for so long that the actual, well, let me tell you how the endocrinologist explained it. He said that the factory is there. All the machinery is there, but the machinery has shut down because there's no need to produce anything because synthetically I'm already getting it. But the machinery is there, and as I back off of the prednisone, the machinery will start working again. Withdrawals are not easy, and the prednisone withdrawals that I'm experiencing, pain, headaches, and anxiety. I've had an uptick of pain lately. My conversation with my rheumatologist was, how do I tell the difference between withdrawal pain and disease pain? I'm in this weird spot. Withdrawal headaches and disease headaches. I actually made the mistake of telling my doctor that I didn't know if I was having real pain or withdrawal pain. He quickly corrected me to tell me that pain is pain. It doesn't matter where it comes from. How do I tell the difference? Well, he said that that's what the blood work is used for, and we'll run my blood work, and if inflammation markers are up, which I'm seropositive, so things show up in my blood often, then we know it's from the disease. Got my blood done, and my inflammation markers are up. Which also leads me to another frustrating part because I don't know now if the Rituxan is fully working. So I don't want someone to click on this video and be like, see, that's why I don't want to take prednisone. See, because it's really bad. See all this stuff she's going through. Because it did have a purpose and it had a time and a place and it was perfect for when I needed it. And the side effects that people talked about, I didn't encounter. I didn't encounter weight gain at the beginning or not able to sleep or moodiness. I felt so much better. Why did I decide to come off prednisone now? The $1,000,000 question. Well, I've gained a bunch of weight. And you know what is bad for joint pain, especially lower extremity joint pain? Weight. I need to lose weight because my hips, my knees, my back, they can't take it anymore. I also know that I've escaped osteoporosis. My mother has osteoporosis and it runs in my family now. I want to protect my bones. And how are we ever going to know if my medication is really working unless I get rid of the Band-Aid? I hope this video is helping somebody. Prednisone withdrawal is real. Pain is real. Prednisone is not a demon. If you need it, take it. But I learned that doctors won't usually suggest steroids unless you absolutely need them because it's not something that the rheumatology world really likes to use. Thank you all for watching. If this video hits home for you and you perhaps relate to it, please give it a thumbs up. In the comment section, please be kind. I know prednisone has a lot of charged emotions with it. I know that people either got their life back or it destroyed them. We all know that. We've heard that in our community. So please just be kind in the comment section. Like I said, my anxiety is high and that's the reason that I didn't want to film this video because I was scared what was going to happen down there. If you have any specific questions, leave me a comment down below. Thank you for watching. And if you haven't yet subscribed and you would like to come along on my adventure, I'd love to have you. The more friends, the more better. My adventure is sometimes fun, it is sometimes medical, but it is always an adventure. Please hit the subscribe button. It's absolutely free. And until my next adventure, go have yours.